Hi, everybody. One day, a child walked up to me and said, Madam, I'm never able to complete my exam in time. However hard I try, I end up spending 1.5 to 2 hours on the reading comprehension, and the result of it, I get tensed. What can I do? Then I realized that's a very genuine question. So here I am, Bindu CS, teacher English from JNV Puducherry with certain strategies, tips, and tricks. The first tip, what I want to tell you is budget your time. Now, what is budgeting your time? Just divide your time among the questions. Decide how much time you're going to spend on each question. So, naturally, the tough questions must be given more time and the simpler one lesser time. And remember to keep a track of your time. If you have a watch, look at the watch in between. If you don't have a watch, just look at the clock that's there in your room. So you will know that you should stick by the time and not take 1 minute more. So the first point to remember is budget your time. This will help you finish your paper in time. The second point, what I want to tell you is the moment you get your passage, we are all in a habit of beginning to read. But what happens is when you start reading from the first to the end, we might have forgotten three-fourths of what we read. So the best thing what we should do is to skim the passage. Now what is skimming? Skimming simply means reading the first and the second line of each paragraph. The moment you read the first and the second line, you will understand the overall meaning of the paragraph. That is enough. This is done to save your time. Once you've skimmed the passage, go to the third step, and that is reading the questions. Remember to read the question because only then you will know what you have to look for in a passage. When you read it with concentration because you have to find the answer. Find out some keywords. Keep those keywords in your mind. This will help you quickly catch the answer in the passage. So, what we should do is we should always read the questions. But remember one thing, never to read the options because reading the options always will confuse you. So, it's better avoid reading the options and just read the questions. The next point, what I want to tell you is now it's time for you to answer these questions. Just go back to the paragraph. This time, read it with concentration. Okay. The old technique, you can use the old technique where you can draw your finger along the line. This will help you concentrate better. And remember those keywords you read when you were reading the questions. Use the keywords to find the answers. And once you find the answer, remember to mark the answers. This will help you write your answer better. Don't put on a long line, just at least a small dot, just for you to identify the answer. So now you have answered all questions. The next comes a little tougher one, and that is the vocabulary. And vocabulary, as you all know, they always ask you for a synonym or an antonym or a noun form. Now, what is synonyms? Synonyms is nothing but finding a word with a similar meaning. Don't go by the dictionary meaning, just go by the similar meaning. What they're looking for is a contextual meaning. Okay, now for that, you should know the meaning of the word they ask you. Once you know the meaning of the word, it's easy for you. Just go and read the place where this meaning appears, and you can quickly get your word. Remember, when you read the passage, also you must find out some word that you think is important. This will also help you. So once you've found it, your your work is over. The fourth tip, what I want to tell you is avoid all confusing questions. If there might be times when you have a confusing question, don't waste your time. Just skip the question because you know that your time is very, very precious. You always will find time after you finish your paper. There'll always be 10 to 15 minutes left. You can come back and then read the passage. Find the answer because completing your paper is your responsibility. So do that. Now, with this, your vocabulary, your reading comprehension becomes an easy task. It becomes a child's play. But what I've realized is all these problems occur because your reading is, if you're not a good reader, then this will seem a great task, a Herculean task for you. So, one point what I want to tell you is how to improve your reading. Now, how to improve your reading? First thing to improve reading is just to read. Okay? Read. You must become an extensive reader. How can you read? What will you read? Read everything you get, you can lay your hands upon. You can read newspaper. The boys are very fond of sports. The moment they get the newspaper, they open the sports column, they start reading because they like it. You can read articles, you can read novels, you can read stories. You can read even your textbooks. They're a wonderful source of knowledge. Read that and you will realize slowly that reading will become your passion, it will become an addiction. But remember, every time you read, keep a book and a pen with you. Write down all new words that appear. Write down some good quotations. You can make use of it. And remember, when you talk to people, when you write an article, these things will help you shine better or fare better. The next is vocabulary. As I told you, the best way to practice vocabulary is write down those new words and never forget to open up your dictionary and find the word. If you're free, if you have a mobile with you, you can always switch into, you can log into the Google and you can get, what is it, a lot of words, the meanings you'll get a lot of synonyms from it. And remember to use this. That's the best way to improve your vocabulary. I was just reminded of one interview uh, where a very famous, eminent person, a very famous personality in the Indian politics, very familiar to all of you. He is more familiar to us as an excellent English speaker rather than a politician. So somebody once asked him, how did you excel in your English? What's the secret behind it? He said, I've never done anything specially for this. As a child, I was asthmatic, so I could never play with my friends. I couldn't spend a lot of time playing in the sun or playing in the rain or play like other children. I was most of the time in my bed. So the only way to escape my boredom or to get a friend was to read books. I was given a lot of small story books. Slowly, I started reading, and reading became my passion. And every time I read all the new words, I used to note it down and try using it, find the meaning, and try using it. And hence, today, as you said, I've become an excellent speaker. So, this is a secret of a very great eminent politician. So, this tells you very clearly how important reading is in your life. So, with this, we finish our reading up. I hope all of you have been benefited. Thank you.